What's going on, everybody? This is your host, Demetrius, with the PPP Panthers Prime Podcast. Hey, man, the Tennessee Titans let go of their been there for 6 years, head coach Mike Vrabel today. Man, why? Don't get it. But you know what the conversation is. Should the Carolina Panthers go after Mike Vrabel? You know what time it is. Let's go. All right, man, so per Adam Schefter today, the Tennessee Titans actually relieved Mike Vrabel of his duties as the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. In my opinion, I think it's a little bit premature. I think Mike Vrabel, I know that they did not finish the season at 500, but Mike Vrabel is a head coach that knows the players. He's a player's coach. He was a player. Spent a long time in the NFL as a linebacker. Started off with the Pittsburgh Steelers, went over to the New England Patriots, and then finished off his career with the Kansas City Chiefs. Dynamic career. Feared linebacker. I mean, just feared. Watching him interact with his players, man, seeing how he goes to bat for his players. You know, the most infamous thing right now that's going around Twitter is the draft in 2021 when he said that he did not want to trade A.J. Brown. He wanted A.J. Brown to stay in Tennessee, but the front office had other plans, and they were not on the same page. And you can see Mike Vrabel visibly upset, walking away from the table, kind of just pacing back and forth, hands on his head, thinking about, man, what this organization just done. And then a year later, they went ahead and they fired the GM who made that decision. You know, watching this team from afar and seeing just how dynamic they are with the players that they had, and more notably with a Derrick Henry, this team was feared. Mike Vrabel had this team on 100 each and every time they hit the field. May not have produced wins when they wanted to, especially in the playoff game. I remember one most notable against the Kansas City Chiefs and, Baltimore Ravens game. But, I mean, this guy had no fear. And he took that same mentality for when he played and instilled it inside of his players. So when I go back and I look at the years when Mike Vrabel took over, just how they kind of panned out here in the AFC South. You got Tennessee, the Colts, Houston, and the Jaguars in the AFC South. So let's take a look. So the Tennessee Titans record that year, I believe they finished 9-7 that first year. All right. So in the year prior to that, which would have been 2018, they also finished 9-7. So very neutral years, still kind of getting things going. But when we go to 2020, all right, we go to 2020 and we look at the actual record. The Titans finished first in the division, 11-5. 11-5 over the Colts, then Texans, then Jaguars. Let's go to 2021. This is the year that they actually traded old boy A.J. Brown to the Eagles and got 2 draft picks. Mike Vrabel still got his team to a 12-5 record. 12-5 record. Let's go to 2022. All right. So this is when we start to see the regression. 7-10, and then ultimately, I believe this year they lost. Didn't do too well as well, and I think they ended up being like only a 6-win team or something like that. So, we see the decline. We understand the things that happen. I like Mike Vrabel because he's a player's coach. He goes to bat for his players. He doesn't mind getting into the faces of whomever. It don't matter who it is. John Harbaugh knows exactly how unscathed, Mike Vrabel is. And I think this is the type of person that won't sit inside Tepper's face and say, yes, Mr. Tepper. Yes, Mr. Tepper. Yes, Mr. Tepper. I don't think that's not Mike Vrabel. So if you ask me, should the Carolina Panthers entertain the thought of bringing him in for a interview, I would say, heck yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. I would put him higher. I'm going to be honest with you. I would put him higher on the list right now than a Ben Johnson. I really would. I'll put him a little higher because he's been a head coach. He's had success. I mean, come on. The guy's a winner. He was a winner when he played. He's a winner coaching, 54-45 record with a, this is the quarterbacks, Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis, and finally, Will Levis. So, guys, I really like Mike Vrabel. I think that he's what the Carolina Panthers need. Don't know if he'll, bend to the liking of Bryce or wanting a Bryce Young. If you look at all his quarterbacks, they're tall, they're athletic, they can scramble, they can throw the ball 60, 70 yards down the field. Bryce Young can't throw the ball 70 yards down the field. We haven't seen it. So, we'll see. I'm pretty sure whoever's going to come in is going to have to answer that Bryce Young question. But I think Mike Vrabel is probably one of the head coaches that I feel real comfortable with his record, with what he's done with Tennessee over those past 6 years, and how he maneuvered that room, got that room behind him, showed that room that, hey, I got your back. Watch me. All right? So what you guys think? Should the Panthers entertain bringing in Mike Vrabel, for the head coaching job? Throw your comments in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. And, hey, I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think. Good, bad, or ugly. It's been a lot of ugly comments lately. Good, bad, or ugly. I like them all. Well, hey, this is your boy Demetrius with the PPP, Panthers Prime Podcast. You know what time it is. Let's go.